Welcome to the Playback podcast presented by CAR, your weekly podcast featuring America's favorite dancers, hosted by America's favorite road warriors. We are your hosts, Jocelyn, Kristen, and Olivia. Today we are joined by Mr. Nate Javi, our social media extraordinaire.
When did Olivia become a host?
Yesterday.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Welcome. Nate, how does it feel to be in the chair?
The other chairs were much better.
Okay, well,
Okay.
I was just asking, like, being on this side of things.
Okay. So we can't be honest on this
No, we
show.
can't.
No, we can't.
And you guys don't agree that the other chairs were way better.
I agree.
I agree.
For the comfort level, absolutely.
Okay, that's all.
Yeah.
That's the only level I'm talking about.
There you have it. All right. Well, today we're going to be covering our Las Vegas episode from our national finals. All three of us were there, actually. So we got a lot to get through. There was a ton of studios. We didn't have a Vegas finals last year. So I feel like everyone was fired up and ready to rock for 2024. So let's get into it. Nate, I'm going to have you kick us off.
Oh, I was not ready.
He's ready.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. What was one of your favorite performances that you saw in Vegas?
Okay, I feel like you guys were already going to talk about this because Liv told me that this was one of the studios you were going to talk about. But
Okay.
I think this is how you start off the show.
Okay.
Is Skip Entertainment.
Oh, 1000%.
Absolutely.
So Skip Entertainment, whenever they were going to go, it's like I wanted to be in the room for the sheer energy that they bring.
They bring the party. I feel like that's a studio that knows how to hype.
Oh.
1000%.
And I've been seeing a lot of comments lately on dances about people saying, oh, the cheering ruins the dances, blah, blah, blah. For you guys, you don't know what you're talking about. It's not a recital. It's not a showcase. It's not a ballet. It's a dance competition.
Yeah.
It's no different than going to like a baseball tournament, a football game. So you're wrong. And I just wanted to have this clip so I can tag you guys.
No, for real. Their performance was literally called halftime. That's literally what it was. They were in football jerseys, and the whole audience was screaming like they were at the Super Bowl. Like, every time it would cut to a new song, or like that one dancer with the blonde hair who would just come front and center and eat it up. Like, everyone was obsessed with
Yeah,
them.
the energy in the room was like insane. After they did their first dance, everybody kind of like flocked for every other routine. It was so fun. The audience was full, and it was like the most exciting thing ever.
After they would go, you would almost have to take intermission.
Honestly, I feel like everyone would need to like reset. It was just so like intense.
Yeah, it was wild.
Yeah.
Every time.
They brought Freak too, which that was that other one that was like that song matchup. That one was so good. But even their primaries, they did Whip My Hair. Did you see that primary routine? They got first overall.
Work.
Their primaries were coming out like, and then that one dancer that came. Roll the clip. Roll the clip.
Well, we don't know what you're saying.
Yeah.
No,
well,
there's
that's-
the one. There's the one dancer that came in the front and center, and it was like the moment, and he just starts going and like whacking.
What song? Or what
It was
dance?
the Whip My Hair one. It was the
Oh,
primary
got it.
first
Okay.
overall line. So this
Okay.
kid can't be more than 11 years old, and he was fierce. Yeah, good starting
good.
one. They were really good.
I would totally pay to go to a Skip recital.
Same.
Maybe they'll send you out to their next recital.
They're known for, they make pretty good videos already. But yeah, you guys,
Yeah,
if you
I
guys
do
had
too.
me, it would change the whole game. People would be moving to Guam.
Another studio we just have to talk about is Murrieta Dance Projects. I was excited to see them this season. What I was most shocked by was their babies. So act 1450 Avocado, they got first overall primary large group 5 and under, and they ended up winning that national grand championship. Did you see this routine?
I did. The cutest costume. They were all like little skirts with avocados on them. It was the cutest thing.
No
I want
way.
one of those too.
I think it was like the perfect example of a primary line, like how to utilize the props and all the dancers.
They had props too.
Yeah, they had giant avocados. They had giant avocados. It was so cute. And I feel like why MDP is so good is because all their dancers attack at the age of 5 years old. Like, everyone's going so full out.
Yeah.
They're so good.
It's like hands on the floor, needles straight up, and they're all
Yes.
perfectly straight. It's the best. I love
Yeah.
it. 5 years old.
Yeah, they're training them good. Okay, but also their 9 to 11s is amazing. I want to give a shout out to one of their dancers, Carter Ruiz. He's showcasing a lot of their pieces in those 9 to 11 age groups. They got first and second overall for that age division with Rain and with women's work. Did you guys see women's work? It was giving senior lyrical vibes. Like the maturity, the cleanliness, like you said, they have the lines, they have the technique. I felt like it was such a mature piece that I was shocked that it was 9-11. It was so good. But yeah, Carter Ruiz with that Tainted Love solo, so good. And then did you see their anthem routine, that one showcase? That one was really cool. They did like a remix. It wasn't even a remix. They kind of just did like a different twist on that song High Hopes. So like in the beginning they had this girl.
Yes, I saw a clip of this.
Yeah, they had this girl sitting in the front, like almost like legs off the front of the stage, and she's kind of like talking at the audience like, today's generation and younger youth like have everything to live up to. Like we feel like we can't be smart enough, brave enough, strong enough, like all these things. And it was like, this is our anthem. And then it goes into that high, right? Chills. And then it goes into that High Hope song. And it's like you think it's going to be like a contemporary with like how it starts. And then it goes into this like high hopes and it's like this high energy. It was so good. It won showcase, rightfully so. I love that routine. But yeah, always a treat to have MDP. We love having them.
I know that Soul Shock was there as well in Vegas, and I saw a clip on Instagram, Act 1311 Sweet Caroline, and then I watched online. Obviously I had to pull up the results, and during the clip I noticed that they like muted the audio for the bum bum bum, and then the other part with the so good. I love that. Count me in for that. That fired me up. Costumes cool. Haley and Amber, you're doing a really great job with them. I know one of our merch girls is from Soul Shock, Jocelyn Witten, and she was in Daytona Beach with me while you guys were running Vegas.
Daytona Beach is so fun.
Daytona Beach was really fun.
I was like, I couldn't go to I was like, come on.
Yeah.
She had her phone up at merch with the live stream going during the performances, like while she was working, and she's like, oh my God, Sweet Caroline. And then she would like pop on up and like watch it. It was so good. Yeah. They did a really good job.
Yeah.
I like those costumes.
I was literally just waiting for the crowd work because I seen the video during regional season.
Okay.
I hadn't seen it in person. So I noticed it on the schedule. I'm like, okay, just be in there.
Yeah.
And I wanted to.
Did they mute out the audio multiple times throughout?
It's only twice.
It's just the first two.
It's just those first two.
One Sweet Caroline.
That's good.
But then everybody does it every time.
Yeah.
Then it's so good, so good.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That was good. That was cool that they did that.
I know.
Yeah.
Like, how did they think about that?
I don't know. I feel like it's already a good piece, and then you add that crowd work in. Like the same thing with Guam, what we were talking about. Like when you have that added,
makes a difference.
It really does.
And have fun, guys. It's a competition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I think it takes it from like competition to like a real performance, and like that's what you want to start doing, especially as you get older and like all these kids want to be like professional dancers or whatever it is. It's like that's what takes you to the next level.
Yeah, you're not going to be a backup dancer on a concert and the crowd is going to be silent.
Right.
And if everyone is going to be silent, if you want that, then why do we even have the crowd? Right. And let them watch on live stream. No. If you don't want any crowd interaction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think it makes such a difference.
It does.
Yeah.
For the better.
Absolutely. Even for their other performance, All For Him, did you guys see that one?
Yeah. I did not see that one.
So good.
I feel like I would have cried.
Good.
So I
think everyone did. Yeah, I just feel like what's so cool about Soul Shock is I feel like they have that really cool, like they can do a Sweet Caroline and have it be this really cool because they have a style to them that's very like they'll slide in their socks, they'll do the cool stuff, but then they come out and do like these beautiful lyricals, and it's like the technique is there. They obviously have emotion for a piece like All For Him when it's dedicated to someone so impactful to them. So I think, I don't know, they just bring like a special soul to the competition. I feel like every time they're
Soul Shock.
Literally. They shock the soul every time they step out on the stage.
It's always a pleasure seeing them.
Absolutely.
I'm going to talk about Pacific Arts Complex.
We have to.
Okay, they were there. And obviously they're like the biggest video we've ever had on Instagram. But the dance that mainly I wanted to talk about was What Happened to Your Heart, because I was first overall, 15 and 19 small group, plus Antoine Olds Award.
Okay.
Staging was great. Spacing, they always do so well with their spacing, which when it's coming from an entertainment standpoint or social media standpoint, like spacing is like everything. Liv told me was very partnering strong.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Their partnering looked very genuine. They looked like, it looks like they've all danced together for a long time, and even if they haven't, they did a good job of showing.
I really like this dance they do called Nemesis. I didn't write
Yeah,
it down.
I have that one written down.
Okay.
They got first overall elite line 12 to 14. So
Same
they did
wavelength.
win.
Yeah,
They did win.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
That's the one I heard about all season long. So that's why What Happened to Your Heart like surprised me, because I was like, wait, how did I not see or hear about this one?
Yeah.
It was so good. But also their second overall elite small 15 to 19 winner was Body. Do you guys know that song? I've seen it like Bo Finley did a solo to it in Pigeon. It's kind of a popular song this year. I really like how they did that one too. Like I just feel like their contemporary is so good, and like Ella's the perfect example. Like there's just this intensity to them, like, and it can be even for their legs or their turns, but like you said, even their partner work, like when they grab each other, they're like grabbing.
Right. Yeah, they're not afraid to like go in.
Exactly.
And, like, really attack.
And like
it.
their teachers, same thing. Their teachers are always like screaming, hype, like jumping up and down, like crying, like all of the things.
It makes such a difference.
It makes a difference in their performance, because they're like, I mean, it's a dark theater. I don't know how much you can see, but they can see them.
They can feel the energy. Yeah.
So it was Annie's senior year.
Yep.
Sad.
Yeah.
Sad.
She's just one of those car kids that you guys have grown up watching, and same with us. We've seen her grow up on the car stage. So always a bittersweet ending when they end their senior year. But hey, she ended it with us.
Yeah.
Honored. Love that so much. But her performance was Dea Key. You guys have seen it. We've posted it so far this
sick.
season. She did get that first overall elite solo 15 to 19, as well as that Miss Dance title winner. So she took home those both.
I remember I tuned into that live stream, like off and on throughout the week. I was tuning into the live stream because I wanted to see what was up, like what's happening at the other cities, you know? And I happened to see her win a title and first overall and the Elite Ultimate. And I was like, what a way to end your competitive dance career.
Yeah.
Like in that moment, that should feel super great. And I'm proud of her.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, she's been an awesome role model to not just the dancers at her studio, but like across the competition realm. I do want to give a shout out to some of those younger dancers over at Signature. They did get that National Grand Champion award for that second star to the right.
Cute.
You guys, they're little babies. Like those feet are pointed, those knees are straight. I know we were talking about little Izzy.
Yes, I have her written down.
We have
I
to
enjoy
talk about
being a
her.
girl.
Cute.
So cute. I saw this one at regionals too. And it was at the beginning of the season. I know it was like an optional event for their studio. So I know that they were getting out there, getting their toes wet with competition and their solo performances. And it was so great then. But at nationals, I could see she's working on those turns. She's tucking under. She's pointing her toes. She's hitting those lines. And she's hitting the facials. She's killing it. She's like a little copy paste of her sister too.
Well, yeah.
On stage.
Absolutely.
1000%. Her little facial expressions, I was like, oh, she hit like a, and I was like,
So adorable.
You better.
Yeah, their younger kids are getting really good. Even their elite large 9 to 11, that Islands routine is so pretty. Like I feel like they have a really strong group of juniors with like Abby, Gia, all them.
Yeah. Because they see those seniors and they
That's
want to
what I'm
be them.
saying. They've like Romy and all them have set a good example, and I feel like they just keep getting better and better every year. So way to represent Signature. Congrats to Annie accomplishing your senior year. It was a great one. Vegas was really cool, and we always love having you guys.
Vegas was fun.
Vegas was
so
fun.
fun.
Vegas is fun.
Can I talk about one of my favorite Can I talk about one of my favorite moments of Vegas?
Yes.
It was seeing Cutting Edge win that elite
15 to 19.
showcase. Yeah. I mean, they won that, but the showcase piece
Yeah.
for My Own Hero.
That
Everyone
dance
was
is so
sobbing.
good.
Colby, which I found out afterwards, that's his first showcase piece he's ever gotten to like make into showcase.
Wow.
For some reason, he's just never gotten into a showcase piece before.
No
So
way.
the fact that like he finally got to perform in showcase and it won,
I love that dance.
I was crying for them. Like I feel like I get so emotional, and I feel like you guys can see when the dancers on stage, whether it's for title or showcase, like when they are so overcome with emotion because it's like this is what they fought all year for, not even just all year, like all their training led up to this moment. And it sounds dramatic, but it really is the truth.
They're
It's
putting
just
in the
so
a
work.
little dramatic.
it's a little dramatic, but like, but in
It's okay,
that
for
moment,
sure.
like that's what they're feeling.
Yeah,
like you
sure.
can
Yeah.
tell they're so overwhelmed with the emotion. And
And Vegas was tough.
Yeah.
Like that was tough.
That's why it was so wild. I
There's
feel like
so
every
much
dance
talent.
came out and you're like, oh, they probably just won.
Yeah.
And then the next one come out, oh, I don't know. I think they
Yeah.
just won. Like, it's so intense.
That's the best when you don't know. Like, it's
Yeah.
like it's
And then you're-
anyone's game.
You're waiting for
Yeah.
awards and you're just like,
Because
I'm
everyone.
going to grab the sheets right away to look at the results right away because I'm like, who the heck would have won that?
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
because it's anyone's.
And then when you see, you're like, okay, that makes sense. But
Yeah.
it would have made sense in any order.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Mhm.
I really like that dance.
Yeah.
That song
me
is
too.
good. I love Dermot Kennedy. He's so good. And that's like a
Yes.
Taylor Swift song, right?
Yep.
And he like,
It's the well,
The
not
cover?
a remix,
Cover.
cover of the
Yeah.
Anti-Hero. So good.
Yeah.
That choreography is so good. Like when they have that moment when she has the mirror and they like all flip her. And
Yes.
she stays. Oh, it's so
Emily
good.
Shock, man,
Yeah.
she's cool.
And then they did Piano Man too, which that one did
one's
get
good.
first overall elite large 15 to 19.
Yeah.
That one's so good too.
I had a cutting
Excellent.
edge one that I wanted to talk about. I came in today and I was like, I didn't know what number she was, what her name was, anything about her, if she won anything. But I was like, I saw this.
This is what Liv knew.
Yeah.
Liv knew that she took a good photo of her.
I took a
Let's
wonderful
go.
photo.
I love
she
when that
did.
happens.
Which she did.
Okay.
Thank
Tell
you,
us all
Nate.
about her.
Yeah, tell us about it.
Well, her name is Melanie. She
Okay.
danced to Losing My Mind. And yes, the photo was wonderful, but that was all her. She did all the heavy lifting on that one. She really was so captivating. I was like sitting back, like side stage, taking side stage photos for a minute. And she was one that like really caught my eye. And so I was like really clicking, trying to get a good photo. But her storytelling was so good. She had this like beautiful blue silk robe on with like these feathers, and then she like took
yes.
it off and had like this whole dance break moment, and then like put it back on and walked off stage and dragged it. And I think like that was one of those pieces, like for me, I was like, again, that's art. Like you can't even really judge that because it was just so beautiful. And then even more so after, when she walked off the stage, her whole team was like waiting just to give her hugs and like kudos for how great she just did. And I was like, that is so telling that like you're not only a great dancer, but you're obviously good to your people and your friends. And like to me, that's like so important, because at the end of the day, you could be a wonderful dancer, but be a good person too. So
Yeah.
I feel like you could have wore that jacket out. in
I would
Vegas.
have loved to.
Yeah, you should have asked to borrow it.
Melanie, if you
I've
don't
been
need that, give
saying
it
that.
to me.
Like yesterday when we were filming, I was like, it was final. So like, are they going to use those costumes again? Like, could I have one?
I think next year we just have a little rack right by
Yeah.
the door and we just have them hang up whatever they don't want to
We
take.
put up a
and
sign
we'll take
like,
it.
if you don't need these anymore, place here.
Yeah.
And then they can just put their costumes there.
We got to talk about Gotta Dance Academy.
Okay.
There's so much to get through with them. I feel like they are a massive studio. Like they brought so many acts when you really look at it. The one that I want to talk about that I feel like I saw this season and for some reason I don't think I talked about it was Craw Fever. Did you guys see that one?
Yep.
It
Tristan's
was
wearing the red hat.
yes.
Right? Uh-huh.
Yes.
Yep.
It was such a cool, I mean, we know that they have a cool like jazzy feel to them, but sometimes it's a little bit more of that like California jazz. But I feel like this one was very like old school jazzy, like that slow, like I don't know, like he had this whole hat and the way that they were using the hat was just very like cool. That's the only way that I can really put it. And I feel like he is so versatile, and by he I mean Tristan, in that like he can do this like really cool like suave character and then come out for orchestrated.
Yep.
Which I know you
put
wanted to
that down.
touch on because we're obsessed.
Yeah, it's just so good. I was like, wow, this is because I feel like I've seen like a concept like that done in so many different ways, and I was drawn in immediately. I was like, well, first of all, Tristan, you're a star, so I'm already drawn in. But like the legs, the emotion that I was feeling when I was watching that, I was like, this is art again. There's just so many art pieces that I saw. So good. So good. The leg.
star.
Wow. Where does that leg come from?
I know.
How did you get it up so
it's
high?
so good. It's
and
just so good.
straight.
Yeah. I would pay so much money for that. Just to have a leg right here.
Could you imagine if you really could do that? Like, just like,
I can't. But
But what's so
imagine. It's
crazy
so
is
good.
like it's nothing to him.
yeah.
Like
Effortless.
he just
it's like he just like takes a breath and it's like, whoop.
yeah.
Sorry.
And then also does like 8 leg hold turns.
It's so gorgeous. I also want to give a shout out to one of their dancers, Taylor Grove. She got second overall in that elite solo 12 to 14.
Wow.
Summertime. Did you talk about this earlier this season?
I did talk about her.
As I was watching it, I was like, I think Nurka talked about this, but like she deserves a shout out. I watch her in every single group routine. My eye just like consistently is drawn to her. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's like something in her chest that I just feel like she carries.
She's got
herself.
like a confidence on stage during that solo, especially.
Yeah.
Like during all of her groups, but I feel like she brings something different to each performance. And definitely her solo. Did she do the whole wink thing too during Summertime?
I mean, she definitely had like those facials. I don't know if I'm talking about the exact wink moment, but yeah, like she was.
I just remember everyone was talking about this wink that she did during her solo at regionals, and they were like, "You guys, she winked at me," and I'm like, "What? Wait, I have to go back, run it back."
Well, now I'll have to run it back and watch it. Yeah, but anyway, just shout out to Taylor. You're stunning to watch on that stage, and yeah, my eye goes to you for every group routine. So getting to like soak you all in that Summertime solo, it was stunning. So awesome job. We always love having Gotta Dance. They're such good vibes. They always match me in pink, which I love.
Did you see Beach Party? It was their 6-year-old number, and I just have to say they had a beach party.
That was like that was your first one you wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
Talk about beach party.
They had this giant lifeguard chair on stage, and they're just like running around the cutest little pink and yellow. I was like, this is everything that like a 6-year-old dance competition piece is, and I was like, it's so good. They're just so cute, and their future is so bright because they're so strong. And I think like Gotta Dance is a huge studio, and so I think like if it starts there for them, it shows why they're so good and why they're thriving in every category.
They had a beach party on stage.
Yeah, beach party.
Wow,
gotta see it. So cute.
I'm gonna go watch it.
Okay, lastly, I just want to touch on Inspired Dance Complex. They won that first overall intermediate large 9 to 11 for Dive in the Water. But I wanted to give a special shout out to Ava Ortega. She was that Future Star Award winner.
Oh my God.
That's always such a special award. It's given to one of those juniors who is honestly just like a star in the making. They already just exude so much talent, and I feel like Ava is the perfect example of that. And during our Future Star, when we're giving that award, they always read kind of like just a little excerpt that the studio or their choreographer wrote about them. And what Zach Fox said was truly right on point. They said some kids are just born with it, and it's so true. And if you're born with it and you work hard and you have that work ethic and you put in the time and the effort and all the things, you're gonna be amazing. Congratulations to all of those award-winning studios that joined us in Las Vegas. We technically don't have a Car Las Vegas next year. It is a rainbow show. But I heard a lot of people are going back.
Just don't.
It's just Vegas.
Still Vegas.
It's still
really?
Vegas.
No,
Well, yeah.
But it's rainbow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, some people are going just so they can be in Vegas.
I think
They
it's
love
like
Vegas.
tradition.
They love
Yeah.
Las Vegas.
For me growing up, my mom was like, all right, another vacation in Vegas. And it's like, okay, over 4th of July. But it's fun. It's like, as a kid, you just never forget it.
Yeah.
You're like,
Exactly.
yeah, I've been going to Vegas since I was 12.
Exactly.
That is true.
Well, as always, thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Nate, for joining us.
Anytime. By any time, I mean one more time.
What a fun episode. We love it. And as always, we sleep. That's how you know it's time to go. As always, we'll see you on the road.